time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hi, guys. Good morning and happy Monday. All right, guys. So we have a lot to talk about today. It's already been a crazy morning. I was just thinking about it. I was talking to Jason as we were getting ready. We decided to do this new sort of morning meeting show. So we're doing that on the second channel, Up and Adam 2. The reason why we kind of explain in the video, but if you guys didn't see it this morning, it's a lot of fun. It's where me, Jason, and Shaylee, who just recently joined the team, we sit around and we talk about what our day looks like. And it's kind of like seeing how the sausage is made. It's just a totally different perspective. But with that, guys, I'm not going to keep you. If you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed to both channels, and let's welcome Jason.
Hi, happy Monday.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I just had I wanted to tell myself to kind of shut up.
When?
Just now.
Oh, why? I just want to tell you to center yourself on the screen.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I wanted to show everybody. So this morning, guys, you could see, if you go to Up and Adam 2, make sure you get subscribed again. But you can see where it says morning meeting. And this was the one from this morning that says stream 2 hours ago. I actually think it's kind of funny. I think it's cool to see a different perspective and see us not in a studio, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's weird because like this is a meeting we do every day, right? And it's just like we go through things that we need to get done on the day, like interview requests and what the travel we have coming up and just stuff like that. So it is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And we can interact with people. People can join the chat.
Exactly. And we have so many fun things coming up, and we talk about that in the morning meeting. Now that we added Shaylee to the team, we're going to be doing a lot more live. So every morning, Monday through Friday, we're going to be doing the morning meetings at 9:30 a.m. And then Jason's going to start hosting little after parties for New Jersey and Vanderpump Rules.
Yes.
There might be a second Anchor Watch. I don't know if Jason's decided yet.
There is because there's going to be 2 Below Decks running at the same time. So we're going to do. Yeah, Josh is all for it. He wants to like jump in on the Anchor Watch. So we're definitely going to do that. Also, guys, tune in tomorrow because we're having a cast member join us tomorrow night. But yeah, I'm going to start doing some after shows, like after parties, right after Jersey, right after Vanderpump Rules. It is a complete hangout call in on our second channel, Up at Adam 2. Everyone can call in and we can just talk about the show because, after watching a show, you have all these opinions. Like when you're watching it live, you're like, that bitch, or you know what I mean? Or I'm not sure about her. Yeah. But then like after sitting on it and then we recap it the next day, sometimes my opinion changes. So that's why I wanted to get on with people like right after the show and have a fresh kind of take on it.
So you want that like raw emotion of like, I can't believe that bitch did her like that. Instead of like thinking about it and being like, oh,
how do we put this? Yeah, how do we summarize that scene? Yeah. Instead of taking the time to think about it, we can just talk about it and have like a panel, like a fun little panel. I think it'll be fun.
I'm not trying to make this. I'm not making this about me. I just want to say that disclaimer. But I just did, and it felt like raw kind of. I don't know who the hell I thought I was, but I just went to LA and I sat down with Sheena. It was after I hung out with Norma for a little bit. Then later I had to do the podcast with Sheena. So much fun at Dear Media Studios. And she has it up on her YouTube channel now. I'm going to post a few shorts, I think. She was asking me questions. And I honestly, I don't know who I was. I was just raw. Jason loved it.
It's like one of my favorite things I've ever seen you do. And I think it's just because you guys have had such a long, genuine relationship. I mean, you guys have been friends for a decade. She got you the job at SUR when you first moved to LA, and it was just such a great conversation. It was just fun to listen to. It's fun to watch, fun to listen to your guys' like memories, like the things you remember about Vanderpump Rules, like season 2. Like it's funny.
I told her, I was like, do you know how like out of touch you are in the video, right? Do you remember, because you see it or you watched it, but I said, do you know how out of touch you are? Because she was talking about, listen, when I was talking to Miley, and yeah, I just went to NASCAR with the D'Amelios. And then she said, somebody in the elevator when we were walking out said, I really like your hat. Are you a mom? She said, yeah, this is my merch. I'm like, this is so LA. Sheena is so LA. I love her.
Yeah, no, she
Yeah.
is.
She's like
She's
famous
great.
people and my own merch and my
She's
podcast.
famous, but the thing is too is like Sheena doesn't have the okay, so like when people came into the restaurant, let's say when I was running Pump or whatever, and you have the cast members come in, there can be a slight little ego and a little big-headedness, let's say, when because they're there, they're like, oh, please don't come take photos of me. Oh, please don't do that. But I'm at the restaurant where this is filmed. Like, of course, people are going to recognize you. Sheena never had a problem when she used to come in because she was friends with our bartenders, and she would come in and grab a drink, and never had a problem talking to anyone.
Well,
She's the
Sheena
kindest
wasn't an
person
asshole.
in person. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah. Lee, is that Lee? That pod
Yeah.
made me wish Adam was on Vanderpump Rules. No way. No.
No.
I feel like there would be some things that I would never be able to come back from if I was on a show like Vanderpump Rules, and I just don't want that. I don't want that to be attached to me. One day when I have a kid and my kid is like, "Hey Dad, I'm going to look you up on the Google." I'm like, "Go, don't do the Google." And the
on
kid's
the
like,
Google, it's Chat GPT now.
Oh yeah, Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Bing.
Wait a minute, guys. Can I tell you this really quick? We're all over the place, and I'm sorry, and we're going to get into the Bravo of it all. There is this new thing that Jason was playing with, and Jason asked this like device or this program, hey, can you write an interview request email? It writes out a whole email. Hey, can you write a bedtime story so I can read it to my kid? It writes like a whole bedtime story. It's wild.
It's so funny because like I'm so into the tech stuff, and every time I show Adam something, he's like, wow, this new thing. I'm like, it's not new. It's kind of taking over. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh,
it's like crazy.
Okay. So Jason, where should we start? Should we start with the Super Bowl?
I think we should start with the Super Bowl because this was the most anticipated event of, I mean, we've been talking about this since it was announced. Rihanna performing the halftime show at the Super Bowl. And with so many amazing performances recently and past, everyone was kind of anticipating like the end all be all Rihanna show. I mean, you had Beyonce, Madonna, J-Lo, Prince. They were epic shows. What did you think about this?
I don't know if I'm going to have like a very popular opinion.
Okay.
I think about it in two different, I'm like compartmentalizing this whole halftime show. By the way, guys, smash the like button, show some love for Rihanna. And I'm going to show some love for her too, but I do have like varying opinions. The first part is how
varying opinions.
Yes. How iconic is it that you announce your pregnancy at the Super Bowl halftime show? Like you're headlining this whole show, just you, nobody else, you and all of your dancers, which I don't know what they were supposed to look like, but they were funny looking. I like the show. So I thought it was iconic, but then because she was pregnant, her voice is so insane. I love listening to Rihanna. I'm a huge fan.
My
but
God, yes.
There wasn't as much of a performance because she's so pregnant, right? So when you see Beyonce come out, she works the whole stage from like all the way from the left to the right. You know what I mean? It's like, it's wild. It's a performance. And then when you saw Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, they were everywhere, but Rihanna was limited. I like how they did it for her. I like the floating platforms. Her voice sounds incredible. It just, she was limited. So
she was limited. I do have to say though, the dancers were phenomenal. Like they knew that they had to somewhere else put stuff around her, like the look over here factor, right? The camera tricks were amazing if you're watching from home. Amazing. The set, the floating platforms everywhere reminded me of some Fifth Element shit. Like it was very futuristic. It was really cool. It was amazing. And no, it wasn't like Beyonce, like she's coming out and, with her costume changes and her works, but finding out Rihanna's pregnant, you kind of have a little more respect, but my question is did people at home care if you were pregnant or if you were doing a tribute to Andre Leon Talley, which I thought was phenomenal. If anyone caught that, it's all over Twitter. People are talking about that right now. I thought it was great. Honestly, it's not a 10, but what they did with it and how I can't believe she could even just walk.
And did you see how uneven it was?
Yes. I mean, those things, they're held by those cable wires. So it's not like you have that grounded platform. You're like moving around. It's crazy to think though. Can you imagine being like a performer like Lady Gaga coming down? Remember she came down from the ceiling?
I could imagine being a performer.
Remember, she came down from the ceiling of the stadium. Like, you have to think about performing not only in front of however many thousands of people are in the stadium, however many millions of people are watching this, especially the other millions of people who just turn on for this performance and not the game, you know? And you have to worry about, am I clipped in? Holy shit, I'm 100 feet in the air. Oh my God, I have to sing. You know, I know that some of it was tracked, but it was a decent performance. It was really good.
Yeah, it was like when, like you said, like when Jennifer Lopez, they like started pushing her up out of the ground. And then for this, Rihanna's up on this platform. For you, Jason used to pop out of a box when he was in Cirque. And there was one time where the spring or something was stuck on the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't know how it was going to launch you, which really, if it would have launched you the wrong way, it would have killed you.
Yeah, I put both my understudies in the hospital. It's crazy. The things you have to really focus on, like it's insane. But I do have to say, it was not a J-Lo halftime show. It was not a Madonna halftime show, and it was not a Beyonce or a Prince halftime show. But we don't need to be comparing the different things. I thought it was a good show.
Yes, and I also feel like for her, you know, every show you get something different, or I feel like rarely you get everything that's amazing with like the vocals and the dancing and all of it, but they do have amazing shows, right? For Rihanna, I think we should really just focus on the positive here, which was the vocals and the announcement. It was the vocals and the announcement. It wasn't a
my thing about the announcement though was like, was that the thing? Because everyone was expecting her to announce a tour, right? So was that a thing for like I mean,
I think that's the thing.
Do people who are watching a halftime show care if you have like other things going on? They just want to be entertained for that 15 minutes that you have at the halftime show.
Yes, they care. It's like the Swifties. Like some of these people really, they attach themselves and they feel like they know Rihanna. They love Rihanna. Oh my God, you're pregnant. I'm pregnant with you. You know, you're wearing red. I'm wearing red.
I'm pregnant with you.
Yeah,
I don't know what that's like.
People are very strange sometimes. I mean, in the way, like how extreme they take things. And then I think that sometimes, I mean, yes, people care. People care. So
I mean, and you know, people also were like, well, Rihanna isn't getting paid. I mean, she's not getting paid, but if you listen to Apple Music,
or a rumor?
I'm not sure. I don't think she got paid. I don't think any of the halftime performers get paid, if I'm mistaken, or if I'm not mistaken. But Apple, who was sponsoring the halftime show, has been playing her on like every single radio station that Apple has all week long. I'm sure there's some kind of incentive there. Also, at the same time, she is a billionaire. Okay. She has Fenty Beauty. I mean, yeah, she's a well-rounded entertainer.
Yes.
You know, very well-rounded.
Okay. So guys, I'm going to piss everybody off just a little bit, and I apologize.
Oh, God. Oh God.
I'm not going to, I'm going to call him, I'm going to call him Donald. Okay.
Oh, why? 45
because
or 44?
It's all over page 6, and it says, from Mr. Donald Trump. Epic fail. Rihanna gave, without question, the single worst halftime show in Super Bowl history. This after insulting far more than half of our nation, which is already in serious decline, with her foul and insulting language. Also, so much for her quote-unquote stylist.
What I mean, I don't know. Why are you commenting on entertainment? Like, go back to The Apprentice if you want to do that. Don't sit there and want to be a world leader and tear people down. That's just not how.
Yeah, and she just announced a pregnancy. That doesn't look good. You can't just.
I mean, people are gonna have any opinion. When I first watched the performance, I didn't really love it. I did love everything going on. I thought it really provided a good backdrop for her, like her dancers, like the platforms, like the colors. It was really nice. But hello, former president, stay out of it. Stay out of it. You don't. Who else is tweeting that? Who else is Obama tweeting about the performance? Did Biden jump on and be like, "Hey, Rihanna, I give you a 7 out of 10"? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, focus on the world.
It's true.
Or your election.
Or your election. You can't. I mean, the woman just announced that she's pregnant. What are you doing? And this doesn't look good for. You know what it does is
my thing is though is
you get attention.
Yeah. Listen, I mean, a lot of people now are going to give a pass, like for the slower part of the performance, or if everyone, like last night we were at a Super Bowl party and everyone was like, yeah, that was fine. It wasn't like mind blowing, you know what I mean? But I think the fact that she announced the pregnancy and stuff, you're gonna definitely give her a pass. You're like, holy shit, she did that pregnant.
Yeah. Ebony Dick said Rihanna spoke bad about Trump. One last thing.
Did she? I didn't even know that.
Before we end up moving on from the Rihanna of it all, she did say something to the effect of, shit, I lost my train of thought. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, no, Page 6 said something about her performance was not gimmicky. When I saw gimmicky, I immediately thought in my head, like, all of the show stopping, like the bells and the whistles and putting on the whole show, which we had floating platforms. And I think it was Brian who called them little, what did he call them? I don't know what he called them. It wasn't appropriate, but I saw it. Is that not gimmicky? But I don't mean gimmicky in a negative way. It seemed very look over here because I'm pregnant. So focus on the vocals and look over here because I can't move that much.
I think it was cool that you had the platforms, right? Because if you're sitting there in the stadium and you're watching this live, you're actually getting to see up front the dancers, the movement, Rihanna in your face. If you're like way up in the bleeders, So like it's no, I mean, you can't really judge. It was creative. The one I didn't like was the Weeknd's. Remember the Weeknd halftime? Yeah. I did not like that. I was like, what is happening here? It was all for the cameras. It was just very, I mean, that was during a time where a lot of people couldn't be there, but I didn't like it. But what am I going to say about Rihanna's? What was I going to say? I think this was a very good example of less is more, and it delivered.
Yeah.
We could go in circles about this all day.
All day. All right.
Activity is always going to be seen differently by different people. Everyone's going to have a different perspective on what the creative intention was behind it as to what people see, Yeah,
I agree. All right, let's move on. Again, like we said earlier at the beginning of this, we are going live for our members only tonight. It says it in the banner, on the banner at the very bottom of this, and then there is a link pinned in the live chat. So it's our members only. We're not really calling it Let's Wine About It. I don't know if there will be wine involved, but we encourage all of you to have wine.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
But we will be here regardless. I want to move on the conversation because I want to talk about this whole Larsa thing. Now, Andy Cohen came out and he said, man, these aren't his words verbatim. I'm just going to be Andy for a second. Man, I kind of feel like an asshole because screaming at Larsa wasn't on my bingo card for the day. And I really don't like to scream at women. And everybody was wondering at the reunion, what did he scream at her about? What was the thing? There had to have been something. You don't just get screamed at and then he's apologizing to you. So then Gertie went to New York and did Page 6's virtual reality live podcast. When she did, she talked about it and she said, this is what happened. They got into an argument over the word bastard, meaning if the kid's father is around or not around. This is where the whole fight stemmed from. Is that it? That's a derogatory term, right?
What?
That B word?
Wait, what did you just say? What B word? Did I just miss this?
Are you here?
Say that. No, sorry. You're tapping on your thing and it's hitting my ears on your table. I
just tapped on it.
Wait, what B word?
Bastard.
Oh, bastard.
Oh, why am I whispering it?
Why? Wait, why did he say that?
Oh my God.
Sorry, it was the banging in my ear. I was trying to I'm like, stop banging on your table.
So what happened was he got into an argument with Larsa over the word bastard. That was what the whole argument was about. But I don't think he did apologize. And Larsa was like, yeah, it was really shitty. And I'm like, be careful, girl, because all you have left is housewives and you don't want to get fired.
I mean, she's been giving us a good season this season. So what's the point?
I am so done with you in this Larsa.
What did Gertie say at the show?
No, I'm not talking to you about the show. I don't want to talk to you about the show. You know what? Actually, there was a lot that happened this week, by the way. I forgot totally, too, that the whole Teresa and Jacqueline Loretta of it all. Did you see that?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, this is like where you would never expect to see Kyle Richards and Lisa Vanderpump together
I
again,
think
ever.
that's
And
gonna
then
happen.
I think so too. Okay, so Kyle just said that dynamics are going to change completely on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this
Yeah.
upcoming season. What does she mean by that? Like what
Obviously,
dynamics?
I feel like I can tell you what the dynamics are going to be. I think this is going to be super easy because what we have going on here is Kyle Richards, right?
Mhm.
Now she has no Lisa Rinna. Lisa Rinna and Erica, there's no group. So what's going to happen is Erica, Kyle, and Dorit are going to form this group, this new little bond. And then over to the other side, you're going to have Kathy Hilton, Garcelle, Sutton, and Crystal Kung Minkoff. Still, if we get Lisa Vanderpump, she's obviously going to be on the other side. And then if we get Brandi Glanville, she's going to be floating somewhere in the middle. That would be a great cast.
That would be a huge dynamic change. I mean, already we're losing, well, not losing, we're changing, we're shifting the dynamics by not having Lisa Rinna there, right? But
Yeah.
there has to be, I'm curious as to what she means because, Lisa has been sitting here, Lisa Vanderpump, hinting and kind of giving those answers. We're like, maybe, maybe not,
I know, I hate that.
Whereas before, though, remember, she's always been like, never, I'll never return. It's a no. She even told us this privately, when we were working with her, like she would never return to the show. Now there's like a new little glimmer of hope, a little spark in her eye. Even when she was asked at the Vanderpump Rules premiere, she kind of gives a very, we'll see. There's one thing that could bring me back. Okay, well, what does that mean?
I know. I hope it's like a good positive we'll see, not like a Heather Gay, like it might be in my book of, Bad Mormon, what happened to my eye, but really it's not, but maybe it would have been, but it wasn't. Like, I hate that shit.
Yeah. And you know what we don't need though is like one of those like I am the savior, here I am coming back, Heather Dubrow intros. Like click,
Yes.
click, click in the house and her turning around with her stands and being like, I'm back. We don't need that. Lisa would never do that anyway, but she just needs to pop in.
I think you're
It
crazy.
just
I
needs to
think
happen
Lisa
like
would
that.
definitely do that.
Maybe she would do it, but we don't need it because then everyone is going to rely on her for the ratings. Everyone's going to rely on her. Like Heather Dubrow. We thought Heather Dubrow going back would epically change Orange County. You
Yeah.
had this huge house. They
Yeah.
gave us a lot of what I like to say, Andy promises, where because Andy always promises and then underdelivers, like especially at reunions and stuff. Like I asked the questions and nothing actually happened. That's kind of what we got from Heather Dubrow. It's like I'm back, and then it goes to I'm back. It's just so boring.
Right.
I don't think we want that if Lisa returns. We don't want them to do that whole theatrical return. It's just like show her. Can you imagine? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Babbling.
No. Okay. So would you
I'm
want
curious though. Oh,
a
sorry.
Jacqueline Larita back? Now that Teresa and Jacqueline
I don't care.
No?
No,
Well,
I
and
don't
I was
care.
thinking about that too. Like when people try to pair Caroline Manzo in there with them, I think about it and I'm like, guys, this is like 10 years old. This drama it's older than that because if Melissa Gorga has been on the show for 13 years, then it's at least like 15 years old. Can you imagine had we have started this channel?
Yeah,
15
that's the
years
thing.
ago?
There's got to be a way. You can't really step too far back, right? Because the shows progress, new relationships develop, new ladies come onto the show. Did Caroline Manzo at one point sound interesting? Absolutely. Now, like I'm like, I kind of agree with you. It's like this is old news.
It's old news.
It's
old news, and we're finished. We're done.
And I really like where the ladies are right now. I just one episode in, I'm like, yes, this is great.
Okay.
This is Jersey.
Oh my God. Jersey is going to be so good. I agree with you. I don't know about the Jacqueline Larita girl, but I saw, how you were talking about Danielle, the new blonde girl housewife who came into Jersey. She walked into the skating rink and she's just like smiling like a happy puppy. And we're like, wow, she had like they exude confidence, right?
Yes.
I just saw where she did like a TikTok with, I think it was Jennifer Aiden and Teresa Giudice, and she's like front and center. Normally they would like sit back and let like the OGs kind of take the spotlight. She's just like talking over all of them, looking at them like they're kind of just like stupid. And I'm like, this girl, like, she's a housewife. She's good.
She's a housewife. I mean, already it's just she gives me a little bit of like, and I've seen this comparison before, but a little bit of Mob Wives. because she has that Staten Island background though, right? And she even said it herself. She's like, I'm from Staten Island, so I have a little bit of that, but then I have the Jersey too. And it makes it interesting. But her and I'm sorry, why am I blank? Rachel,
Rachel Feud.
The Rachel Feud. Like,
what did Margaret call her? A Tim Burton character?
Stupid.
What?
Listen. Who is she referring to? Wait, A Nightmare Before Christmas? Who was Jack's like love interest in that?
Wait,
is that what she was referring to when she said that? You know what I'm talking about?
I thought it was like Cindy Lou Who. Can somebody in the chat please tell us?
Cindy Lou Who?
Is that not a Tim Burton character?
No, it's
Oh my God, it's this one. I know who it is. I just found her. I found her.
Is it who I was talking about?
This is the girl.
Yes. That's what she was referring to, right?
Margaret Josephs, you did not mean that as a compliment.
That's for sure. But I actually really applaud both of those ladies for coming in the first episode hot. Like, they're ready. They're ready.
Okay. I mean, listen, Rachel, you know what I also felt bad for was Jackie Goldschneider. She just recently came out and she said, she opened up about her demotion, right? She said, with everything that I had going on, I made the decision to go into a friend role, and I didn't know what that looked like. But for me, it was fine because I was on the same trips and I was at all of the same events. Okay. She said she needed to take time and focus on her eating. But then she goes in to say, now it's weird because when I go to filming events, since I'm number 8 and I'm the friend of, I'm used to being the center of attention, and now I'm just kind of in the background. I'm like, okay, so then that's a little bit of like vulnerability.
How do you think Tiki Barber's wife feels? They didn't even show her.
Tiki Barber get more?
They didn't even show her at the roller party.
How does he gets more screen time than she does on the Real Housewives?
Yeah, Tiki Barber is a friend of. It's crazy. Sorry. I'm just thinking about these ladies crack me up. Like, Jersey is just the best at delivering.
Could you imagine Krista Marie going into Real Housewives of New Jersey just being like, what's up? Krista was funny. Jersey has such an energy. When Krista first walked up to me at Spilling Tea Live, New York, she came up and I noticed her right away because I didn't think that she was so much smaller than I thought she was going to be, you know? Like, I was just like, wow, hi. And it was interesting to see her in Philly Diva. And when she came up, she's like, hi, and big like Jersey kind of hi, and then knocks over my water, and my water and the ice goes over the top floor, over the stairs and onto the bouncer, and the bouncer was bald and it went all over his head. And then both Krista and I look over and we're like, shit, no, abort. It's just, she has good Jersey energy.
It's that Jersey energy. Well, we have a lot of friends like that.
Yes.
We have that Jersey-esque.
As soon as I get my dentures, I'm going to go into YouTube, and my dream guests are the two of you. Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, TT Doll.
Krista is 5 feet at best. Ebony Dix. Bronzer all over Marge's white shirt. I like Frank's girlfriend. Frank Sr.'s girlfriend, Brittany. I think she's really nice, but you can tell that she totally would not make a good housewife. She's chill.
I just love, and this is just goes without saying, right? Jersey is so good because you have this dynamic of just relationships of people who have known each other for a long time and are so intertwined by family and, you know, long-standing friends. It's just the best. I think it's the best.
Yeah, no, I do too. I think it's good. And moving on, I think that Danielle is going to be a keeper. The Rachel girl, what I was getting at too earlier was when Jackie talked about her demotion, I felt bad because I saw it in that premiere episode when she was sitting there talking to Rachel and Rachel wouldn't make eye contact. And then Jackie was like, you know, do you just not have social awareness or something like that? Do you lack that? And the Rachel girl just kind of looked away and she's like, what? And totally ignored her. And everyone was like, oh man, Jackie, you tried to have a moment there. You lost it. It was over her head. She didn't care. It looked bad. You know, like when you don't land the plane.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The character's name was Sally from The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes, Sally. That's right. That is right. Wow.
All right. So
what a comparison.
since we were talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey, I'm going to segue here for a second over to our friend Kelly Dodd. Okay, guys. So you guys are probably wondering, what did Kelly do now?
Wait, you did a poll in your community, right?
Mm-hmm.
About who do you think?
Oh, yeah. Let me go check it out. I love the community polls.
They're so fun, and it's so telling, like where people stand on things too.
So right now it was posted 1 hour ago. It has 800 votes. 40% went with Robin. And my question was, another week, another Kelly Dodd feud, because Kelly Dodd just recently ripped into Teresa Giudice's podcast co-host, Melissa Pfeister. We've had Melissa Pfeister on our podcast. Melissa's super nice. And, Kelly went in and she said something to the effect of like a wannabe Bravo celebrity. She said this: I don't know who this loser Melissa Pfeister is with her 35,000 followers. She's a fangirl acting like a Bravo celebrity. I'm qualified to recap and chime in when I want. I know Brandy very well. Get your facts straight before you comment about things you don't know. Tune in for the rest on my Daily Smash on YouTube. And I still love you, at Teresa Giudice. I feel like that's how she would have said it.
Where did that come from? Did Melissa say something about Kelly?
Melissa, so I couldn't find the information, and I didn't really look too hard for that part because I was just, I don't know why I'm always shocked with Kelly, but I was shocked with Kelly. Because you never know who the person's going to be, who pisses off Kelly. I think what happened was Melissa probably made a comment about Kelly. And you know how it is. It's the same way that Chris Bassett explained Candace. It's like, for Kelly, she might not be the first one to attack you, but then you can't tell her that she can't turn it up to a 10 when she attacks you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm wondering, Melissa Pfeister, I got to text her. What did you do to piss off Kelly? I'm going to text her and ask her. But she did say, still love you, Teresa. But what I was going to say about her, too, is no, she's not. Melissa's not a Bravo celebrity. No. She is a well-known chef. She's been on a couple shows. She has a very successful podcast, now 2 podcasts. One with Teresa Giudice, who's one of the biggest Bravo celebrities. So that's pretty cool. And her Instagram account just got verified. That's another big sort of step up. She started from nothing with the podcasting. And now she has all of these incredible interviews. I'm sure it helps too, having the podcast with Teresa. But the hustle and the work, I mean, we do this every day. You know how much we work. So it's like, I can't really say anything about that. She works her ass off.
Yeah, but if something happens, see, here's what I would never do is go for Kelly. I mean, we have a good relationship with Kelly and Rick. And by the way, Daily Smash is one of my favorite YouTube things. I just think it's a good balance. It really is. Their opinions are very balanced. Rick researches everything. I mean, they're very, informed about what they're speaking on,
Yeah.
But I'm curious because I don't think Kelly is just going to go off. She's not going to let's spin the wheel and it's Melissa Pfeister from Namaste Bitches. I don't think she did that. I mean, something had to have happened. I don't know why we haven't heard of it. I know we heard about her.
I'll text Kelly. I'm going to text
both.
Right
let's get text Melissa too. And then let's see how the answers align.
Yeah.
Hold on,
guys, I'm going to text her. Hold on.
You're not going to get a response right now.
I'm on live right now, and we're trying to figure out what Melissa Pfeister did to piss you off, ? I'll be on live for another 20 minutes. Okay. What if she answers? That'd be great. Then we get to know. I mean, listen, can I sleep at night not knowing what the hell happened? Yes, I can. Do I think that she's just going to go after somebody? No. The only time that Kelly Dodd mentions somebody else when they didn't say anything to be mentioned is usually when she's like using it as a comparison. Like, wait a minute, you have this Robin woman. That's why I put Robin in the poll. You have this Robin woman who you're keeping her on the show when she doesn't show any of her life, but then you're getting rid of other housewives who showed all of their life to keep, you know what I mean? She'll make a comparison, then it'll get picked up, then it'll get either direct kind of, that's what I meant, or misconstrued. Oh my
Yeah.
God, the realty, love it. You're totally right. What you see is what you get. There's so many Jersey reality shows. Okay, I'm waiting to see if she messages me back. I love Adam and Jason, my favorite on YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's so funny because even this morning when we were doing our live, like at the table, because we like to stay very much like, I don't know, our meetings in the morning are just very much like, hey, what are we doing today? What do we have going on? What are the trips? We have a lot of trips coming up, following up with certain interview requests and stuff like that. But it's really fun just to like have people there in the live chat. It was kind of fun. I was a little nervous to do that because like I feel like I'm prepared when we come on for Hot Messy. I'm prepared when when I do Anchor Watch or we recap Vanderpump Rules, but I just wasn't really ready for. I'm not really ready to go at 9:30 in the morning like you are.
No, I know. But you know what? I feel like it's a little invasive and it kind of puts you on your toes. And I like that. And it also,
Yes, that's true.
every morning we have these conversations when we drink our coffee anyways. And I was thinking in my head, why not live stream it? Today was our first time trying it on the Up and Adam live channel too. This is
Well, we don't have a setup down there, right? We have
right.
2 setups right now and a
Up
third
here,
on the
upstairs,
way.
yeah.
Yeah, but like down there, it's just like, okay, how do we angle this?
Yeah.
It's like
And we're still
weird
putting our
space.
house together. But, you know, I thought it was cool because we get to have that conversation and then people get to chime in the live chat. And then when we're talking about like Shaylee this morning was putting up the polls in the community tabs and we were talking about what the poll should be, which make sure to go vote on both channels. But then in the live chat, people are chiming in. I think that's so much fun. That's why, again, Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. Eastern.
That'll be fun. Sana, am I saying your name right? A big shout out to Canada. Canada was my first time moving away from home and living by myself in Montreal. I love Canada. Love. I think you said you're from Edmonton, if I'm not mistaken, which I've also been to.
Oh, and an avid watcher of Anchor Watch. Oh,
Yes, we have the best like view ratio on Anchor Watch. It's like a cult following, and I love it. It's so fun. And tomorrow night is going to be a lot of fun because last week when I was live tweeting Below Deck, which I'm going to be doing tonight, I didn't necessarily. This is why I want to do the after shows because my opinion has changed. Right? I tweeted something, and then both Jen Bennington, who has a podcast, Gangplank Report with Adrian Gang, and Gabriella from Below Deck Sailing last season, both like wrote me back, and we were going back and forth a little. Nothing bad, you know, just kind of like, okay, why would you say that, or why do you think that? And so I actually called Gabby on the phone. What day was that? Saturday. I called her, and I'm like, do you want to come on Anchor Watch and just like every cast member has such a different story of how production works and how they're made to look, especially on Below Deck, because there's not a lot of room for editing. You know, like there's just so much you can edit in that small space and whatever to make a good story. So different cast members have different parts, and she has some insight. So I'm really excited to have her on tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be awesome.
She's cool.
Karen R or Jean, welcome. Love Anchor Watch. Karen R said, Adam and Jason, do you two have Valentine's Day plans for tomorrow?
No, we stay away from restaurants. Yes. Stay away from the restaurants because it's an upcharge and it's always
Tuesday.
like a
it is tomorrow.
Meal. Yeah, tomorrow's the 14th.
Yeah, we just talked about this yesterday.
Yeah. No, I mean, we just got married in December. And I think we celebrate on our anniversary in June. So
yeah. Normally we just get like a card or flowers, but thank you to roseforever.com for supplying us with all of our flowers that last over a year. And if you want to get your roseforever.com bundle, make sure to use code Adam25.
Yes, it's coming up. Actually, I have some really pretty red ones. We have the pink ones because they come in cases too. Look at these. That's kind of fun, right?
That's really fun. Those are my favorite ones.
Mine are the small ones in the velvet, like the little velvet round things they have.
Yeah.
Really, really cool.
Sheena said, question, how do you guys film in the same house? We're just in separate rooms. Jason was also playing with my lighting a little bit, so that's why it looks a little bit darker. I like to just be like upfront and straight up about it. It will be fixed.
It will be fixed or else.
It will be fixed. 1010 add transition, Adam. Yes. I'm driving to the desert. Do you want me to call in?
Oh my God, yes. Can you send her a link?
Oh my God, yes. I'm sending you a link.
I feel like every live we do does not, I mean, like, is not.
I'm
Every time
sending
we
her
do
a
a live,
link
it
right
doesn't
now.
go as expected. Maybe she'll call in. That'd be fun. Yeah, Val, I totally agree with you. In the live chat, she said low-key Valentine celebrations are great. 100%. I love like just like dinner at home, or maybe we can like just not do anything tomorrow and watch it. No, we have Anchor Watch. Actually, tomorrow's a busy day.
This is so funny that she's calling in. Hold on.
Is she going to?
Yeah. If
You know,
said-
you should have Rick and Kelly should come on with you once in a while because
she's driving to the desert. All right, guys.
So we have something else to talk about, don't we?
What? Like a topic, or are you talking about behind the scenes stuff?
No, a topic.
Oh yeah, we have another topic where Kelly's gonna call in. She's driving to the desert right now. I'm so curious to hear what she has to say about this, and then we'll find out both sides, because there's always, what do they say? Is it 3 sides to, I don't know.
3 sides, yeah. This one, that one, and the truth.
Guys, the members
and
only
the truth.
tonight is going to be a lot of fun too. So I just wanted to I wanted to go over everything that we're adding to the channel, because now it's been a little bit of a whirlwind, but we're starting this week fresh with Shaylee, who's going to be helping us out. And I think it's going to be so much more fun, because now we have time to be like interactive with the content, see you on all platforms. Shaylee's making a TikTok. I don't even know what the hell or how to use or shit about TikTok. I know nothing about TikTok. Can I say, like, and I was talking to Shaylee downstairs, and she's like, we're going to put a couple TikToks together. And I was like, great. I don't know. And she loves TikTok, so she's great at it. I don't know. Krista Marie said, love Shaylee's hair. I know what's so funny is we brought Shaylee onto the team and then told her how, like, everything, how this was going to kind of be. Oh, Kelly's hair.
Oh, sorry. Yes, yay.
I'm like
Hi,
in
Kelly.
the middle of I might lose you because this area right here is the worst.
Oh, is that Rick?
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
How are you feeling?
Oh, yeah, we might lose them.
Oh, because they're going around the mountain. Look at Rick.
Looks
like so cool, doesn't he?
Yeah, always. It's. By the way,
he's like a dude.
Yeah,
we're
the
probably
worst area right now.
2 minutes.
Oh, you're back.
I'll be out of it in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Am I
Okay,
back?
I'm gonna drop her down and then bring her back up in 2 minutes.
I'm just kind of curious to see what.
TT doll. Yesterday was Mother's Day in Norway. My son, who's autistic, bought me a cream cake with "I love you." Aw, that's really
awesome.
Sweet. Okay, she said 2 minutes, so we're gonna bring her back up and then ask her about this. And then yes, Jason, I will move on to my next topic. Let's see.
Awesome.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. I love Kelly Dodd. Who said what a douche? Who's the douche?
Yeah, who's the douche?
Oh, that's what I was telling everybody though, is like we didn't tell Shaylee about filming, and then she all of a sudden gets here and we're like, surprise. Okay.
I know. Hey, we're doing a live. Yeah. All right.
I think we can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm driving. I have driving out to the desert.
Oh. We were curious because we were talking about you, because we were talking about this whole Melissa Pfeister comment. And then I said to Jason, I said, let me just text Kelly right now since we're on.
Okay, what was the comment?
It was the comment that you made about we were wondering.
Oh, why?
Why that happened.
Yes.
She was so I get a bunch of text messages that she was on. Her and Teresa were on a podcast together, and they're like, you have to listen to it. And they're saying that she was slamming me and like she was coming after me. So I'm like, okay, fine. I will listen to their podcast. So I listened to it, and she was talking about Brandy and how I'm not on a show, that all I do is talk bad about people, and I just talk shit, and she said that that I don't even know Brandy, and I'm not on a show with her. And she says that I said that Brandy's a bad mom, and just went after me. And first of all, that Melissa Pfeister, I don't even know who she is. I don't know why she would even talk about it. I've never met her. Brandy and I were really good friends. She stayed the night over at my house. I hung out with her over a dozen times. I went to Laker games with her. We talk on the phone. I was supposed to do a podcast with Brandy. And
yeah, remember that.
Brandy
Yeah.
did some cryptic message that she was going to be on the Housewives. Then she canceled on me, and I have it all laid out of exactly what she said. She went on 2 teas in a pod and lied. And then I showed her exactly. She said that I was talking about her kids, and I never spoke about her kid. I went back to the vault. She completely lied. And this, I don't know her name, Melissa Pfeister, I don't know her name. Pfeister.
No,
I don't know.
Pfeister.
I don't even know who she is, talking about me. And I went to go listen to her thing, and then Teresa said that I said something bad about Louis, which I never did. I just did a meme of Louis. Never even spoke bad about Louis. And so that Melissa just went off on me. And so I popped right back off at her, because she doesn't know anything about me and Brandy's relationship. I don't even think,
Right.
like, it was ridiculous.
But
Right?
we don't
Right.
dislike Teresa.
Huh?
But we don't dislike Teresa.
No, Teresa and I are friends. She was going to invite me to her wedding, but I did that meme of
Louis,
and she got pissed off at me, so she didn't invite me.
Are
But
you also friends with Melissa Gorga?
I was never friends with Melissa Gorga. Never. She was so snobby to me. Her husband's a gem, but I've met Melissa Gorga probably over a dozen times over the years. She was always such a snooty bitch. I mean, my husband was, and we were in Vegas together with Joe and her. And Rick, didn't you think she was snobby?
Yeah, she had attitude.
Joe
was totally cool.
Joe was so nice. He bought me a coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, sweet as can be. Every time I'm around that lady, she's a snob. The biggest snob I've ever met. Yeah, not nice.
And Teresa's not snobby?
No, not at all.
She wasn't
No.
snobby at BravoCon either.
No, she's not. That chick is the real deal. She's great.
All right. Well, Kelly, we know that you're on your way to the desert, so we're not going to keep you. But thank you for calling in. Everyone got really excited about that.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah,
Aw,
thank you.
That's nice.
And we're
You guys-
happy that Rick is feeling, but he looks like he's feeling better. When you guys were like getting pixelated, I said, look at Rick. He just looks cool.
I feel so much better. Thank you. I'm probably 85-90%. I have 4 broken ribs, but they're mostly healed now, and I'm sleeping better, and I can carry stuff, move stuff. And,
Hey, can you guys teach me how to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys teach me everything.
I owe Rick a call anyway.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
We'll
All right,
text
you guys,
you and
hey, we're moving to the beach, so you guys have to come stay with us this summer.
Orange County.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You guys
We're coming
have
to the beach.
Yeah, you guys stay with us.
And we have to, I've kind of told people a little bit, but we have to plan that once a month where we can get on and do a live together, like one big mashup. All
Yeah,
4 of them.
that would be so much fun.
do it.
That'd be
Let's
great.
do it.
All right.
Aw.
All right.
All
Well,
right,
have
guys.
fun on
Thanks,
your
guys. Drive safe.
Okay, bye guys.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
That was
Well,
a
Adam.
unexpected treat.
Seriously.
So
Just
funny.
got the tea on that real quick.
I was sitting there. Sometimes it's so funny because when I talk to, you know how like you say less is more, and I see where some people will tell me, like, oh, well, I heard the real tea and it didn't come from you. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, no shit, because like I feel like we know most of these women, and in knowing them, it's like, which one do you want? Do I want to be like a Perez Hilton and then like throw people under the bus and
Right.
like just be kind of an ass?
I know people sometimes I see in the comments too, people are like, well, it's because you've met them, they're nice to you, or it's because you know them that you have a skewed uh, vision of talking about. I really don't think so. I think you have a better, and I've said this before, maybe on the last time we did Hot Messy Topics, but knowing them and being in certain situations with them, we're usually either, doing an interview inside their home or at events with these ladies and stuff, and you really get to know them. You have a better perspective on the show almost,
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what the problem is. But everyone is so just wanting to look for a negative. Not everyone, but it's like there is a majority at times where people want to find the negative in something, which is wild because, like you said, if you look at it from a different lens, it's the same situation, but some would say that it gives you, just like Vanderpump Rules. Our Vanderpump Rules recaps have to be the best because we know everybody. Like we know what's going on behind the scenes.
Well, and we also worked there. You
Yeah.
worked at Sir and Tom Tom. I used to run Pump, and then also we interviewed for the show, and we said that we're not going to do the show because it's just not for us. It's just a no, no.
I think though, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, it's cool to be able to. I would rather be able to have those phone calls or like those calls and have Kelly call in than go on and be like, I have some tea on Kelly Dodd and I'm about to spill it, and then Kelly's going to be like, great, I'm going to block you right after I blast you out on the Rick and Kelly show on YouTube. Right? Didn't we just say this to Shaylee earlier? We were at the round table doing our morning meeting on Up and Adam channel 2. Okay. And we were telling her about Kelly Dodd because she's like, who's Kelly Dodd? So we were just explaining her, getting her up to speed. And then it was because we were posting a poll and Shaylee was like, I'm afraid to post this poll. And I was like, don't ever piss off Kelly Dodd.
So, we don't want to be on the receiving end.
Are you typing to me?
No, I'm just seeing. Because I really do watch. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I'm not really into and listen to some podcasts. Like I listen to two T's in a pod, and am I a fan of everything they talk about? Do I really love Teddy? Not really, but I listen to it. And right. Every time I talk about like Daily Smash with Rick and Kelly, people are like, how can you listen to that? I'm like, you guys need to take a listen. It's really good. And like I said, Rick does a lot of research. He's well informed. When they talk about Housewives, Kelly can give a great perspective of it. It's a great show. It's a great balance, and you should check it out. It's one of those things I just put on.
Do you know what's so funny? Is someone, Tess-ish, said, I feel like both of you would give fire confessionals, though. That's true. I would have
those kind of confessionals if we did take the route of Vanderpump Rules, which we explained in our podcast why that wasn't for us. I think it would have been so dangerous because you and I, when we already have a witty banter and people mistake that for like, do you guys really like each other? Yeah. If we were doing the show and you have to upplay everything, it would not be good. It wouldn't be cute. No. Let's just say that.
No, it wouldn't be. It would not be cute. I listen to Rick and Kelly twice a day, every day. Darcy Miller. Awesome. Love to see everybody win. Okay, guys. I was trying to see if there were more. No, I think that's good for Hot Messy today because we do have the members only tonight that I want to get ready for. And then again, just go over to Up and Adam channel 2. 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. I'll post it in the community tab. And then we'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern for members only live. It's really, I have to get, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was saying it with you, members only.
Oh, members only. Yeah. It's really weird for me because one, I'm trying to get used to being centered on this screen, which is so funny. And then two, I'm trying to get used to this new schedule because
it's a lot.
It's a lot. So I'm trying to remember the times for everything. But all right, guys, we love you. Thank you for the super chat, super stickers. Thank you for all of the love from the mods and the live chat. Is that it?
That's it.
All right. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.